When it comes to hospitality families, very few in the world have done what the Marriott family has done, and I'm here with the chairman, David. And David, what an incredible journey your family has had in hospitality over what we were talking about being 4 generations. Must be an amazing feeling for you to be doing what you are doing still and having grown up with it at the same time.
Yeah, it's a great business. My father often says, you know, we could be building toilets, and he says this is a lot more fun than building toilets. And I think this business is so dynamic and fun, and you know, the ability to take care of people and help them obtain some of those lifelong memories that they're looking for, and build relationships, I think is wonderful. It's awesome to welcome travelers all over the world and in 139 different countries, and with 8,600 hotels, and to really provide people those life-changing moments and be part of that service experience for them is something that's really an honor and humbling.
And obviously the following continues to grow. I mean, Bonvoy has been a revelation. It's been an incredible merge of 3 different loyalty programs, but if you didn't know the name Marriott, you definitely know the name Marriott now around the world, because it's just incredible how some companies haven't kept the name in a loyalty program, and yours is front and center, and it definitely does boost all of the brands at the same time.
Yeah, Marriott Bonvoy has been huge. I mean, we were the first hospitality company with a loyalty program years ago, Marriott Rewards, and now Marriott Bonvoy. And it's been really exciting to see that program grow to 186 million members around the globe, and to be able to share with them not only the 8,600 properties that we have in the program in locations around the globe, but to be able to provide such incredible experiences like the one you and I are here enjoying in Singapore is really fantastic. So our partnerships with Mercedes, for example, with Manchester United and others, to help our Bonvoy members redeem their points for really unique experiences that will last a lifetime, it's a powerful program, and the backbone of what makes our customers so excited to stay with Marriott.
And you're based in the US, and the most loyal market in the world for every single thing when it comes to loyalty. It's a loyalty program for everything. But it is about great partnerships, isn't it? Like, you look at your partnership with United, I think that's one of the better partnerships, and
absolutely,
people just get status across two big US companies, but 2 companies that are growing. United's got 200 Dreamliners coming at the moment. That's a significant expansion. You've got hundreds of hotels coming, so partnerships like that do make a lot of sense, don't they?
Oh, they make a ton of sense. You know, our goal and objective is to help people create memories through travel, and we want to be a part of the entire travel experience. Obviously, our core in what we do is lodging, and that's what we're going to stay focused on. But through building partnerships and adding adjacencies, we can help impact our customers' travel from start to finish. So through those great partnerships like United that you touched on, and so many others, we can really help enhance everyone's travel experience and help them along the way and make it easy and frictionless.
And you've obviously grown up in the business, and you've seen a lot of brands added to the family. You had a few less brands some 30 years ago. What really excites you about that? I mean, obviously you go around the world now. You stay at a St. Regis Hotel, you stay at a Sheraton, and I mean, you've added some amazing brands, but it's obviously just been an exciting journey at the same time, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been an amazing journey. As we've added these brands, we've given our customers choice, and we've appealed to different customer segments along the way. So when we purchased Ritz-Carlton in the mid-90s, that gave us a platform for luxury that we didn't have before. And when we created Fairfield Inn, you know, years later, we have a brand that appeals to you know, that mid-scale customer and slightly above that upper mid-scale, and so it's and we're looking at getting into more mid-scale brands with our acquisition of City Express and our positioning of new brands in other locations around the world. So to really be able to have a portfolio of brands and appeal to customers who want different experiences when they travel and can afford different experiences when they travel, it opens up a whole ecosystem for them.
Yeah.
And it gives them tremendous choice. Someone who might be spending 100 nights a year in a Courtyard for business travel can take their points, redeem them, and take their family and stay at a St. Regis and have a wonderful week-long vacation and build those wonderful family memories. So it really is about creating choice and giving our customers options.
It's interesting because obviously we are at a Ritz-Carlton right now. So if you look at the acquisition of that company in 95, I mean, you got it for an absolute steal, but you also added so many amazing properties around the world to the Marriott collection. So obviously that was, as you said, very strategic move in adding that luxury into the company at the time.
It absolutely was. And when we purchased Ritz-Carlton, it was relatively small compared to what it is today. But now we have upwards of 120, 130 Ritz-Carltons around the globe, and we're able to provide that luxury experience for our guests in many countries. With our acquisition of Starwood and acquiring the St. Regis brand through that acquisition, as well as Luxury Collection, and with our creation of Edition and our partnership with Bulgari and the hotels that we have with them, we have the strongest and broadest luxury portfolio in the industry, which is super exciting, and obviously our customers love.
And an incredibly resilient market. If the last few years have taught us anything, it's the demand for luxury is incredible.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Luxury led the way out of the pandemic for sure, and leisure travel led the way out of the pandemic. And so luxury really served us well in helping us get through what was probably the toughest time in our company's history.
Yeah, and tell me about that. Obviously, we all talk about, everyone talks about what they went through during the pandemic, and obviously for your business, obviously a huge hit. Obviously, how did you talk about it as a family and as a business?
Yeah, the pandemic was really. My father will tell you that he's been through a lot of tough times in his career. He was born in 1932. His parents went through the Great Recession. My father's been through World War II. He's been through 9/11. He's been through hiccups in the economy, a lot of difficulties, but he'll tell you that the pandemic was certainly the toughest. And we didn't build our business around the idea that our revenues could drop 90% around the globe overnight. And that forced us to make some really difficult decisions. Our DNA is made up of our culture and our core values, which are so important to our company. In 1927, when my grandparents founded the business, they founded it on the idea, if you take good care of your associates, they'll take good care of the customer, and the customer will come back. And we had to make tremendously difficult decisions that go against all of the things that we've talked about over our 96-year history about taking care of people. We did the best we could to navigate it and manage it, and we tried to make those decisions that were less hard and less difficult for our associates. We thought it was incredibly important, even though we had to furlough tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people around the globe, that we needed to make sure we kept their health care intact during a global pandemic. That was obviously a key priority for us, to demonstrate to them that even though we had to make some tough decisions so that our owners could stay in business and not have to turn their hotels back over to the banks, but we sent a message to our customers that we were going to take care of them as best we could during that pandemic. But it was a tremendously difficult time and incredibly challenging. But we came out of the pandemic faster than what any of us could have expected, and we did our best to put our associates back to work as quickly as we could when we came through the most difficult parts of the pandemic.
Because the US did bounce back, like you said, quite fast. And I think if you look at, for all the hotel companies that are US based, which is the majority of the biggest chains in the industry, that US rebound in travel really assisted greatly, didn't it? even from a profit standpoint, from a global standpoint, and then as other markets came back slowly. But the US came out of the blocks really hard.
It came back really fast, and again, luxury really led the way. Leisure travel really led the way. People were held up in their homes, and that pent-up travel demand was real, and as soon as they could hit the road and have a vacation and get away, they did that. And with working from home, they found that they could work from a hotel just as easily as they could work from home, and you know, many of their kids were in school and having online schooling, and so they realized that their kids could go to school from anywhere in the country as well, and so that really helped pull us back. And it's interesting, as soon as markets opened up and restrictions lessened, you saw that same kind of bounce back across the globe and in other markets as well. But it did happen first in the US, and then you know, this market here in Asia Pacific is really coming back strong as well, and seeing some tremendous growth, and that's without China being back to full capacity from a travel standpoint.
Yeah, I mean, when you hear stats like Asia's hit its 1,000th hotel that's open, which was the Ritz-Carlton in Melbourne,
Yeah.
I mean, that's incredible growth, isn't it, if you look at how far the company has come
Absolutely.
since it was created.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that we started with a 9-seat root beer stand in 1927, and today we have 8,600 hotels in 139 countries around the globe, and we employ 700,000 associates. It's really remarkable, the growth that we've seen. And it's a real testament to my grandparents, my father, to Arnie, to Tony, to all of our leaders, to see how the company has evolved over those years. Few people realize that for the first 30 years our company was a food and beverage company. And it wasn't until 1957 that we opened our first hotel. And then it took years after that before lodging really became our core business, which it is today, obviously. But it has been remarkable growth, and it's a testament to our owners, our partners, and to our people that we've had the kind of growth that we have. But our core values are really the backbone that has enabled us to be successful over the years. You know, this idea of putting people first, embracing change, pursuing excellence, acting with integrity, and serving our world. Those are values that translate all over the world, and you know, we just don't talk the talk, we walk it. You know, in the early days of the company, the late 20s and early 30s, my grandparents hired a doctor to put the doctor on the payroll. This was well before healthcare was widely available. And they did that so that the doctor could take care of their associates who are sick or not feeling well, and could support their healthcare needs. And so they've always made an effort, as have our leaders today, to make sure that we put our people first and that we take care of our associates and our customers around the globe.
Yeah, and if you look at that, there's obviously a lot of things that you do in Marriott that are about the associates and that are about charities and helping people. There is that kind of energy within the company, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely. My grandparents were big believers in giving back to the community within which you work, and they were very philanthropically minded. My father the same way. And I think one of the things that we're most proud of are the hours and hours of service that our business councils, the members of our hotels, are engaged in around the globe. We were just in Jakarta, and we met with our business council team there, and we had a lady come in who our business councils are partnering with to help bring water to villages in Indonesia. And it's really amazing to see the work that's happening, and you know, these villages where people would have to walk for hours to get fresh, clean water now have wells and a pump system that is powered by solar energy that enables them to get clean water. And so those hours and hours that they were spent walking to get water, they can now utilize in productive ways from a business standpoint, from an income standpoint. So their income is raising, and their quality of life is raising. And this wouldn't be possible without our business councils and the structures that we've put around taking care of the communities within which we work.
And it's interesting when you look at hospitality and you look at whether it's Marriott, Hilton, IHG, Wyndham, the amount that hospitality does do in giving back, especially, and you know all the, obviously the chairman and the CEOs of all the hotel groups, and everyone's very passionate about this as an industry.
Absolutely. It's really wonderful when our industry comes together. I mean, you look at the tragedy that the people of Maui face with the horrible fires, and all of our partners and competitors have come together to help support those individuals in their own meaningful way. And you're exactly right. It's an industry that is based on people, it's based on relationship, it's based on opportunity, and it's really based on caring for those in the community that need support.
And obviously, you growing up in the industry, there was obviously a couple of famous families in hotels. Another one being the Hiltons and the Marriotts, and it's incredible to see these journeys and families that had so much into these companies and and how much they've grown now.
Yeah, it really is. It's interesting to see, but you're exactly right. Most of the large hotel companies started as a family business, and in one way or another, and expanded and grew. We're fortunate because I'm the third generation of the family staying very engaged in the company, and I have nieces and nephews who are working for the company, and so they're fourth generation, and so it's been really special and unique that we've been able to keep sort of that family focus and family involvement for as long as we have, where the others may not have been able to do that across the generations the way that we have. So that's given us a unique perspective, I think.
No, it's incredible. And thank you so much for your time today. What a wonderful insight into one of the most incredible hospitality families in any business in the world. And thank you so much for your time.
James, thank you for your time. It's been great to be with you, and I wish you all the best.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Cool, cheers.
Good to be with you.
Thank you.
Thanks, James.